Multiple shootings in the workplace. They're all too common nowadays. In this program, we'll explain what you'll need to do to survive if you get caught in the middle of one.
Joe, what are you doing today?
All too often these days, we hear about them on the news. Active shooter incidents. Multiple shootings committed in workplaces, night spots, public areas. Innocent people injured and killed. What if one of these situations takes place when you're there? What should you do to survive? Law enforcement groups have developed a list of proven do's and don'ts that can help you come through an active shooter attack alive. This program will discuss these techniques and show you how to use them. An active shooter is someone who is actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a confined and populated area. In most cases, they use a firearm. Their selection of victims may be completely random. The place they choose for their shooting may appear random as well. But the one constant about active shooter attacks is that they're unpredictable. They can occur anytime and anywhere to anyone. Most of these incidents last only 10 or 15 minutes, so they're usually over before law enforcement arrives on the scene. That means you must be able to help yourself when trouble starts. You can start getting ready for it now. First, you should be mentally prepared to act if an emergency strikes. Taking quick and decisive action is a crucial survival skill. In a few minutes, we'll discuss what you should do in various active shooter situations, but doing it will be up to you, so you need to prepare now to act decisively. One of the first things you should do is to start practicing situational awareness wherever you go. Be aware of your environment. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Look for things that seem odd or out of place, or that could be dangerous. Situational awareness also includes knowing at least 2 ways to escape from wherever you are at all times. Studies show that the most successful way to get out of trouble is to run away, but you need to know where to run to. So make a habit of knowing how to get out, whether you're at work or at play, in private homes, public places, even outdoors. This knowledge can help you to act quickly and decisively in an emergency, and that can save your life. The sound of gunfire is often the first clue that an active shooter attack has begun nearby. But would you recognize the sound of a gunshot if you heard one? They can be hard to recognize, but there are ways to sort out gunfire from similar loud noises. Just remember this: when someone pops a paper bag, it's just a single bang. When a pack of firecrackers goes off, the bangs are usually very rapid with an uneven rhythm. Multiple gunshots are usually different. Fast or slow, they typically come in a steadier, more deliberate pattern because the shooter is trying to hit specific targets. Even automatic weapons fire maintains a steady rhythm, though it may come in short bursts. So multiple popping sounds that come in deliberate patterns are a danger signal. But you could have no audible warning at all. An attack may begin when you're in the same room or general area as the shooter. Where you are when shooting begins has a lot to do with what your best survival options are. Whether you're in a building or outdoors, you have the same 3 options for survival: run, hide, or fight. And you should pursue them in that order. Fighting is always the last resort. If in fact you are in the same room or general area as the shooter, your main objective will be to get out of there. Remember, you must act immediately. It's natural to be afraid, but freezing up can get you killed. The longer you hesitate, the greater the danger. If you're under fire, take cover. Get behind a wall, a car, a piece of heavy furniture, planter, or other solid obstacle, something that will hide you and protect you from bullets. If you think that you can escape from the active shooting area, run as fast as you can away from the shooter, towards the way out. Don't stop to grab your wallet, purse, or other belongings. Just go. If the shooter sees you, keep running. Don't stop. If possible, put some cover between yourself and the shooter as you move. You can also try to make yourself a harder target by zigzagging or crouching. But the most important thing is to run just as fast as you can. Encourage others to do the same. But get out of there regardless of whether other people are running too. If you see someone who looks frozen or disoriented, grab them and pull them along with you if you can. As you go, you want to prevent anyone from entering the area as well, unless they are security personnel or law enforcement. Don't stop running until you are far away from the danger area. When you're safe, call 911 and report the situation.
Hello? Yes, I'd like to report a gunman in our office building. Running to escape from a building or to get away from the area outdoors may not always be possible.
For instance, the active shooting area might be between you and the exit, or your escape route could be physically blocked. Running may also not be an option if you have a group of children with you or you're physically disabled. So your next option is to hide. The situation may require you to hide quickly wherever you can, such as in a cab of a truck, in back of a cubicle partition, or behind a piece of equipment. A good hiding place will keep you out of the shooter's sight as well as protect you from gunfire. Shooters are looking for easy targets. The harder you make it for them to get to you, the less likely they are to try. If possible, go into a room and close the door quietly behind you. If you are already in another room when the attack begins and cannot safely exit the building, stay there. Lock or barricade all doors to the space. If a door has no lock, place heavy objects such as chairs, desks, or other furniture against the door so it can't be pushed open from outside. If other people are hiding in the room, you can work together to get these things done quickly. If a door has a hydraulic door closer, you can use a belt to tie the arms together so it can't open. Then do as many of the following things as possible to make the room safer. Turn out the lights so the room appears to be unoccupied. Turn off any sources of noise, such as a radio or television, that could attract a shooter's attention. Call 911. If possible, tell the dispatcher where the shooter is so they know where to send help. Try to make your 911 call via a landline so police can determine where you are by tracing the call if necessary. Look for something sharp or heavy you can use as a weapon, just in case. A letter opener, fire extinguisher, pipe wrench, scissors, a hammer or paperweight. You can even break a mirror from inside a handbag. Get behind a large object if you can, such as a partition, under a piece of furniture, like a desk or inside a closet. Remember, if you can see the shooter, they can probably see you. Silence your cell phone. Be still and do your best to stay calm. The sound of heavy breathing or crying can alert a shooter to your presence. Then wait. Stay hidden until the police arrive and take control of the situation.
If an active shooter manages to find you in your hiding place, you're going to need to fight for your life.
It's not easy or pleasant to think about this situation. You may not believe that you're capable of violence. But avoiding the issue will not save your life. If you don't do anything when the shooter finds you, you will more than likely be killed. Don't try to reason with a shooter. The crime they're committing shows they're not reasonable and not likely to be merciful. Your best chance of survival is to incapacitate the shooter by fighting back. Attack the shooter physically and aggressively with whatever weapon you have, even if it's only your fists. Aim your blows at their face, eyes, neck, shoulders, and arms. If there are multiple people hiding with you in the room, everyone should attack the shooter together. Strength in numbers can be a significant advantage in disarming and subduing a shooter. Then get out of the room and run to safety.
If you're the victim of an active shooter attack, you'll naturally feel excitement and relief when law enforcement personnel arrive on the scene.
But remember that the officers are highly trained professionals with specific jobs that they must do in a certain order. And they will have only basic information about what has happened and who is who. The first police personnel on the scene of an active shooter situation are entering a high-threat environment. So their job is to neutralize the shooter and secure the location. They are not there to help the wounded or comfort the distressed. Those tasks will be performed by EMTs and other first responders. If you go running towards a policeman, they can easily mistake you for a threat rather than a victim. So don't make any quick movements towards them. Don't carry anything that could be mistaken for a weapon. Make sure your hands are empty and visible. Hold them up and spread your fingers. Avoid pointing and screaming or yelling. Do not try to hold on to the officers. In a high-threat situation, an officer may knock you to the ground to protect you. Under the circumstances, good manners are not a priority. Answer their questions. Tell them what you know. Do exactly what they tell you. Do not argue with them. Eventually, you can proceed out of the incident area in the direction that the police came from. At that point, you will most likely be held in a safe location or assembly area until the situation is under control and witnesses have been identified and questioned. Do not leave the assembly area until the authorities say that you can go.
As we've seen, active shooter situations are unpredictable and highly dangerous. But there are things you can do to improve your chances of surviving one. Let's review.
Learn to anticipate an attack by developing situational awareness, and prepare yourself to act swiftly and decisively in an emergency. If you come under fire during an attack, take cover or drop to the floor and lie flat. Evacuating the active shooter area by running away gives you the best chance of survival. If you can escape the area, hide from the shooter in another room, if possible. Lock or barricade the door. Find something you can use as a weapon and conceal yourself. If a shooter finds you, fight back. Attack the shooter as violently as you can to disarm or incapacitate them. When the police arrive, don't make sudden moves. Raise your hands and do exactly what the officers say.
An active shooter attack is terrifying. But you can survive by doing the right thing at the right time. By knowing what to do and acting quickly and decisively, you can give yourself the best chance of coming through an active shooter situation alive.